Hey, how's it going? Diamond here. And today, we're actually not going to be in Minecraft at all. Well, there goes my world. We will be installing and using Pterodactyl panel. If you haven't used it before, don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. But with all of that being said, let's get started already. Now, the first thing we will need is a VPS. I recommend Revivenode if you guys want to check them out. Simple to use. And all we're going to do is click on VPS and select the package. I'm just going to go with a simple 10 gigabyte. It'll have enough RAM for both the panel and to install different games. However, you're still not comfortable in using a panel because this will be more hands-on. And if anything happens, it is on you in the future. You could always just select a different server for Revivenode and actually have the game already pre-installed for you and ready to use. They have a large selection of games that you can pick from, but it's just an option if you want to go with that. However, for this one, I'm just going to go with the 10 gigabyte. And when on this page, you need to provide the following. First thing I recommend is just doing NS1 and NS2 for the prefixes. And in host name, this is where I recommend just doing your domain. You don't actually need to put in the actual host name because it won't matter later down the line. But I recommend just putting in your domain. So in this case, I'm going to be setting it up under panel.diamondxr.net. And for a password, you can just put a random password that you think is secure enough. You can pick a location, any additional IPs, which we will not be needing right now, and that I'm aware that this service is unmanaged, which just means that since a VPS is quite a versatile machine and you can install anything, it is a lot harder for support to identify a certain issue when people are installing and using it in different methods. So you're just aware of that. And of course, if you do want to, you can just have Pterodactyl installed with it, but we're just going to be installing it manually. So we can just click and continue, set up our details. And then once we're done, we can even click on login and then just go straight into the VPS panel. So this is a panel. We're not going to do too many things here. We have the latest installation of Ubuntu, and that's the primary thing we need. Whenever you do a rebuild, you will get the password through your email, and that's what we have. So the main thing I'm just going to grab here is the IP. So I'm just going to hop into network and I'm going to go ahead and copy the IP address. And the next thing I'm going to do is use a client such as Termius. In here, I'm just going to type in SSH and then I will do root at and then the IP, and then that will allow us to connect to the machine. Of course, you do need to put in the password, and that will be the one that we got through email. I'm going to go ahead and click on continue, and we are in our machine. While we're in here, we're going to do apt update, and that's just ensuring all our packages are updated. There are some other helpful information, so if you ever need to know the full storage, we can do df-h. And then that will show us what the amount of storage we have in here. So I just have a total of 97 in total, but I only have 95 available gigabytes. And we can also do htop and then I'll show all of our resources. So this is a 10 gigabyte machine. So I have 1.6 available for usage. Then I can just do Control-C and then that'll leave us out of that menu. But the next thing we're going to do is go into GitHub. I will provide all the links in the description down below. And in here, we have a super easy to use install script. With that, I'll just come down here. I will copy the bash file and I will go back into our Termius. Just do Control-Shift-V and then that will allow it to paste. Click enter, and now we are in the installation process. We want to install both the wings and the panel, but you could do this on separate machines if you want to save resources on the panel and only have the wings working on its own. But for this case, we're just going to do number 2. We're going to go ahead and click enter, and then this is the database name. We can keep default if we just click enter, and the database username. Again, if we click enter, it'll be default, and we can use a randomly generated password, which I will be using. I'm just go ahead and click enter again. Next thing we can do is set up the time zone. I want America/new_York. And then ask if we want to encrypt. And we want to do that. So I will just do admin@diamondxr.net. Now this process is going to be for the admin account on the panel. So I will just set it up as admin@admin.com. And then the username, I'm just going to do admin. I'm just going to set up everything as admin, but you should probably do it what's related to yours. So first name, you would put your first name, last name, you would put your last name. But in this case, this is all for tutorial purposes. And I'm just going to put admin. It's going to be a lot easier to remember later. The password, I'm just going to set up admin since this is going to be terminated afterwards. And now we need to set up the panel. For that, we're going to go ahead into Cloudflare. In here, we're going to add a new record. This is under my domain, and I would recommend you linking your domain to Cloudflare, which it really does help with the records as it can set it up a lot quicker compared to a domain provider. So now in Cloudflare, we're going to go ahead and click add record. We're going to go ahead and type in panel. We're going to put in the IP address of ours, turn off the cloud, make sure it's an A record, and then we're just going to go ahead and click on save. Now we have an A record pointed to our panel. This is also going to be our link to access the panel. We can go back into the command, and here we're going to type in panel.diamondxr.net. And you agree with all the terms. We're going to go ahead and type in yes. All right, so now it's saying that the initial configuration is complete. Would you want to proceed with the installation? Yes. This is going to run all the necessary things to actually install the panel now. This may take a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and speed up for it. But of course, if I'm going too fast, always slow down the video and pause it as needed. All right, reach another point of the configuration. And what it's asking is, do we want to send anonymous information back to the Pterodactyl team. You can type yes, no, it's really up to you if you want to. Of course, your information will not be provided to the Pterodactyl team. This is only so they can know what feature is being used and where issues may occur. I'm just gonna go ahead and type yes, but if you don't want to, you can always just put a no. Of course, make sure to always read the terms of service. We're gonna type in Y for yes, and now it's informing us that the panel installation is complete. If we actually go into the website and we go into our browser, just type in your domain in this example. So it'd be panel.yourdomain. In this case, just panel.diamondxr.net. And we are here. If I type in admin, I can log into my account easily. And this is the Pterodactyl panel. We can't really do much because we don't have any nodes or wings set up yet. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go back in here. We're going to type in Y because we want to continue with the installation. Do you want to automatically configure the firewall? We're going to type in Y again. Do you want to automatically configure a user for the database host? I'm going to type in Y as well. And then we're going to do MySQL. We're going to go ahead and type in the panel address. So that will be the same panel.diamondxr.net. You can type in enter. And would you like to allow incoming traffic from 3306? This is primarily the port for databases, so you do want that. So we're going to type in Y. Database host username, Pterodactyl. So we're just going to go ahead and click enter on that one. And then this is the password. You can type in a random password, and that's what I'm going to do here. Click enter. And do you want to automatically configure HTTPS? I'm going to go ahead and type in Y as well. And now this is where we're going to have to set up our node. It's going to be the same situation. Now this could be a little different if you set it up with a separate machine, but all you'd have to do is just type in the new machine's IP instead of the panel's IP. But in this case, we're just doing panel and wings all in one. So it's just going to be the same IP. We're going to go ahead and click add record. We're going to type in IP in there. And in this case, I'm just going to call it node 1, and it's going to be an A record. We're going to turn that off, and then we're going to go click on save. And that's all we need to do there. We're going to go in here, type in node1.diamondxr.net, and we're going to click enter. Now, the reason we did node 1 is because in case you ever wanted to add more, you could just add it numerically down. So you could add node 2, node 3, node 4, etc. I agree that HTTPS request is performed, and yes. And now we just need to email again. So we'll just do admin@diamondxr.net. Go ahead and click enter. Proceed with installation. Yes, please. And just like that, we are done with the wings. What we have to do now is go into our panel. In here, we're going to go ahead and click on admin. And now this is going to be the administrator side of it. Typically, if you add a sub-user, they will not see this unless you actually give them administrative permissions. But we're going to go into locations, create new, and then we're going to type in a location. So we can just do, I can just do US, New York. I know my node isn't from this actual location. I'm just doing it because I'm used to it. Go ahead and click on create. So that is our location. We can go into nodes, click create new. In here, it's going to type in node 1. We're going to do our location. We can add a description if we want to, but now what we need to do is add our memory. So we do have a total of 10 gigabytes. So I'm typed in 10240, which is 10. I'm going to do 0 allocation, 0 disk allocation, and we have about 1024 for storage. We have 10 and about 100. Now, of course, you could always lower a little bit because you never really truly receive the amount because it has to be allocated for other resources such as the OS. But for tutorial purposes, that's what I'm doing here. Last thing we need to do is go on FQDN. So we're going to type in node1.diamondxr.net. Then we can go ahead and click on create node. And in here, we're going to go copy our IP, paste in our primary IP. I'm just going to do a range of ports. We're going to do 25565. I can click on that, and then we could do 191.32, and these are primary ports. So this is used, for example, if you want to hook up a domain without having to have any ports on it. So 25565 is Minecraft's default port, and 191.32 is Bedrock's default port. So if you're using Geyser, you could have that. Add a different amount of ranges. So we could do 2200, and then we could add a dash, and then a 2210. So we're going to add 10 additional ports. So it's going to range from 2200 to 2210. We click submit, and all our ports are here. So we're done with that step. Let's go in configuration, click generate token, copy this entire code here, go back into our SSH client, click Control-Shift-V, and then click enter, and it's configured. Last thing we're going to do is service, wings, restart, and now if we click OK here, go in about, you can see that if you have all this in a constant loading, you may have done a step incorrectly, but if you see the information here, then that means everything is running properly. You can also just go into nodes, and you can see it has a nice little green heart. But hey, we're pretty much set up. We can add a server. Let's go back into the admin panel. Let's click on servers, create new. We can type in a name. So I'm going to go ahead and put Minecraft server. Let's go ahead and do, in this case, my name is just admin. I'm going to type in admin for the user. We have the default port. We can even add other ports. So we could add these if we want to. We can set up how the database limit. If we set up the database, we can change the allocation limit. So if we ever wanted to add more ports without having to come back here, we can just add like 10. Backup limit. So I could do 4, and then memory. I'll just do a nice, since we're going to be running the latest version, let's go ahead and do 6144, which is just 6 gigabytes. Let's add about 30 gigs of storage, and then we can select our Nest. Nests are essentially what are going to install your game. So Nest is the group, and then Egg is the actual installer of it. So we can go ahead and click on Minecraft Paper, Bungie, Sponge. I'm just going to do vanilla. The Docker is essentially the Java version. And of course, you could always do different games that come pre-installed, and you could even add more from a large GitHub repository with a bunch of other games. So we're going to go ahead and click on Create Server. And now we have it up. If we click this, we will be redirected straight to the server, but you can also come here and you can see that Minecraft server is currently being installed. We can see how it's being installed by just clicking back on it, and it's telling you essentially everything that it's doing here. So it's just extracting all the information, and it's even starting up the process. So if you click accept, you're accepting the Minecraft EULA. Of course, always make sure to read it, and it's just booting everything up now. And there we go. Server marked as running, took about 9 seconds, and we're essentially done. That's the whole installation for Pterodactyl right there. Wait, that's the entire video right there. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you have, make sure to leave a like. It really helps out the channel. This video was suggested, of course, by you guys. So if you have any other suggestions, let me know. Of course, I'll try to get them each at a time. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And here's another video that YouTube thinks that you may like. I'm Diamond, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.